Welcome back to the world's best shows from Las Vegas, and it's always nice to see a man in a frock and a wig and with the eyes and with the eyelashes. How are you?
Well, I'm wonderful, and you just ruined the whole surprise in the show.
No, you're tremendous, and I've done this show so many times over the years, and it's one of my favorites because it's funny and it's moving and it's sensual. It's everything you need in a Vegas show, really, isn't it?
I love it, and with a little bit of extra. We have a lot of fun surprises, and our show offers everything. Jokes, gymnastics, and just romance and harsh sex. It's wonderful.
Edie, why you?
Why me? I don't know. They did a nationwide search, and they found me in New York, and I'm really glad they did.
It's interesting. The last person I interviewed as the MC in your position was also from New York. Yeah. It seems like that's where the people with big personalities go, and that's what you are, really, aren't you?
Well, I think that it's the people that go to New York are the people who are looking for some sort of a theater career, and I was in the ballet and in theater and Broadway and stuff, and so we just have strong musical theater backgrounds or comedy backgrounds or dancing backgrounds or whatever. So
you also need to ad-lib with this show because anything can happen, can't it?
Yes, and it does. It's crazy. but that makes it the most fun, is when you don't know what's coming. There's lots of surprises. You have no idea. You ask the audience a question, and they're going to answer it, and it can really run the gamut.
What's it like every night having to get in all this rigmarole of what you're wearing? Is that tough?
Not when you're getting paid to do it. It's easy.
Well, you'd do it without the money, wouldn't you?
No. Maybe for a benefit.
All right, let's talk to LJ now, because unlike me, you're very good looking and you're very fit, and you're a star in this show because you get to wow us with this thing you do. How do you begin to start to be as fit and attractive as you are?
I think first you just you decide that you want to do it. And after that, you just have to follow all the rules. It's not really a task that you can accomplish if you're cheating left and right.
How often do you have to work out to do what you do?
Actually, honestly, with the amount of stamina that it takes to do the piece, there's not a lot of workout time that I have left available. You know, the energy is really dedicated to the piece. It keeps me in shape. It burns off every extra calorie I got.
With all due respect, it is breathtaking and it is slightly creepy how you do what you do. I mean, it's not normal, is it?
Well, you know, it all depends on your point of view. You know, if you asked my wife, she'd say it really doesn't matter because she's got a good paycheck and health care. If you asked me, you know, I think every night's an experience. I literally have to talk myself into getting on stage and just going for it because it is so physically demanding. But, you know, the end is always a surprise for everyone, and that's the way we like to keep it. You know, it's a shocker.
Edie, are you a bit like me? You just feel incredibly insecure and almost pathetic when you see someone like him perform?
You're assuming that my body's is different than his. I work out too, you know, mister.
No, I'm noticing that. I'm noticing the man boobs. I mean the pecs, whatever they are.
Are you looking down my blouse? I think you are, you horny little devil.
Well, I'm looking forward to this. I'm seeing it tonight, and I'm in on the Late Show, and I think that's the best show to see it, really. The later it gets, the more fun you're going to have.
Yes. Sometimes the audience has had a few more cocktails. Sometimes they're sleepy, though. They had dinner and had drinks. But I think tonight's going to be a lot of fun.
Are there moments in the show when you just think, why am I doing this? Because really, unlike all the other Cirque shows, which are very tightly crafted, there is room in this for it to go wrong or for somebody to upstage you or to say something that just brings the house down.
If they upstage me, it's kind of wonderful. I mean, it's just that kind of show. If they say something stupid or something that doesn't make sense or something, then we have our little pocket of our little things in our pocket that where we try to get out of it quickly and move on to somebody that's more fun. But we are watching the audience, and watching their faces. So there's certain people that we're attracted to that we go to that we hope are going to be fun.
It's interesting. I've seen loads of shows since I've been here, and they always seem to want to pick on me, but I'm the last person who actually ever wants to be involved in a show. Are you a bit like that when you've not got all this going on? Would you want to be picked on?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely, I'm the one hiding, you know, only my eyes over the seat in front of me. But if they do pick me, then I try to be a good sport about it.
Edie's a control freak.
How dare you?
Were you always quick and funny? Because, I mean, that's your role as the MC, really, to just be so outgoing and a bigger personality than everyone else in the room.
No, I was in the ballet for 11 years professionally, and I was always taught to, shh, just do it. shh, just do it. You know, if my leg's broken, shh, do it. And so actually when I started going into musical theater, it was very difficult for me to be an extrovert, which is why I think without thinking much about it, I think that's why I developed the character Edie. I could try things, be stupid, but it wasn't Christopher, it was Edie.
Does it bother you at the end of the show that probably most people won't know your name because you're so talented and you've got a gift and you bring something to this show that, like I say, I've never seen anywhere else in the world, but they're probably not going to know your name?
You know, I think if I was in my earlier years, that might have bothered me. But having, you know, the life experiences that you kind of have to detach from your ego in this kind of show where everybody is as equally talented as you are. You kind of just got to take a step back and be like, you know what, I'm part of something great. Instead of, you know, hogging that limelight. Because if they did know my name, then they'd want to talk to me, and I like my life the way it is.
You're being very humble and very magnanimous in saying that everybody's is equally as talented as you, but really that's not true. I mean, you're a speciality act, aren't you, really, what you do? Just describe it for us.
It's a featured act. It's a tango between two guys, which involves dance, lifting, acrobatics, basically high bar, with a little big surprise at the end. You know, so it really is, if you were to cast my role, it takes a lot to find people like me who are as strong, charismatic, and have the availability to play other sides of coins.
Isn't he modest?
Wow, yeah. I'm not in the dressing room. He's not.
Just describe what it is, because I know they used to call it the sensual side of Cirque du Soleil. I don't know whether they're calling it that anymore.
Oh, yeah, there.
Are they?
Yeah.
Because that's really what it is. I mean, it's the muckier side. It's the kind of things that we think about that we don't talk about, isn't it, really?
Right. We like to push buttons. We like to provoke ideas. And, you know, I'm sure lots of people think lots of things, but they might not talk about it. And so we like to do it.
It also gives hope to people like me, ginger, clinically obese, deeply unattractive people, that one day we might actually get some form of sex.
Your viewers probably think you're a monster. You're not ugly at all. You're attractive. And, I mean, I don't know if you ever get sex, but you're cute.
Thank you. Well, is that a compliment or not? I don't know, really.
You never know with Edie. It's all backhanded, sideways. You can never tell where it's coming or going.
But it's Vegas.
But what's nice about this is they found real talent. And it's kind of like Britain's Got Talent or America's Got Talent within 90 minutes, isn't it? Is that nice for you that it's kind of different from the rest?
I think absolutely. You know, this is one of the shows that stands out from every other Cirque show. And when you're in a city that has 7 of them, you know, I think we are the jewel. I think we're the one that's not fully recognized that will continue to strengthen. And I think it won't be long before Zumanity's top of the heap.
You more or less balance an 800-pound man on the end of your finger. How much do you think I'd have to work out to even become 1/10 as fit as you?
I don't know. Well, you'd have to take your clothes off to start with. We've got to get a full assessment.
Look at the time. I think we better go because the show's about to start. It's really nice talking to you both, LJ and Edie. Thank you very much. And go and get in all your rigmarole, and I'll see you on stage in about half an hour.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.